You make me so mad for that, man. I don't know what I'm giving you.
You got to put your shirt back on, man. My fault. I thought I pressed the live button. I was like, it says schedule. Why I say schedule? We supposed to be live. But yeah, no, we live. So you can say
Live now?
peace. Yes, we're live.
Okay, what's up? What's up? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
This is not
1 2 1 2. Mic check. How do you do? How do y'all do?
Get out of here.
So today we're gonna get into something today. It's gonna be a doozy. But I just want to say what's up, and I'm out. See.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, shout out Lil Machi, by the way. Whoever knows who that is.
Thank you. All right, let me I'm gonna give let me put the link in there. I'm gonna give this brother team. I don't need you to I don't need no chiming in. All right, that's what we got. You got to keep it chill. I'm gonna give the brother that I'm supposed to be speaking with, give him some time to log in, check it out. Peace, peace, peace. I appreciate you tapping in, especially on this beautiful Easter Sunday. You know, to be quite honest with you, I was chilling, and I just happened to see something. Man, and you know what I mean? I said, saw one thing, then I saw another thing. I forgot to introduce myself. Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami, the Moorish American. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Today's conversation is going to be about the Moorish Science Temple of America, Supreme Grand Council, Bay Area Moors, and honesty. You know what I mean? Transparency. That's what we're doing. Clear communication. So peace, peace, peace to the folks tapping in on this evening. Yamel, peace, goddess of truth. Peace, everybody that's watching. Even if you're watching after this thing that went off live. Oh, and I know you see. Let me see. Gotta get it right. There we go. You see the beanie right there. You know what I mean? You see the beanie. Why Robbie ain't in the? Why Robbie ain't in his fast? What? Oh. Whoa, he got a beast mode beanie, and who is that right there? Is that Rami? Oh man, we're gonna get to it in a second. Come on now. We're just giving it some time. Hopefully the good brother can come on in and join us. Also, the brother from Moors in America. Because we are gonna be featuring an interview, a discussion that he did with this brother T. Mitchell L. Okay. Release the dragon. Release. That's funny. We are going to be going over a video that was on Moors in America that, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of irritated me a little bit. The more I watched it, you know, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, doing my best to be patient, just listen. And the more the brother kept talking, the more I just uncomfortable. I heard some things, my stomach started. I said, "No, I can't. I gotta speak." But you know what? Well, actually, let me not get ahead of myself. I don't even want to say that part if the good brother shows up. So I'll keep that part out. Because I had a conversation with this brother. Actually, let me just shut up. Let me wait. So we are waiting for this good brother T. Mitchell L. If the good brother T. Mitchell L. Matter of fact, I will. How do you pin it? Oh, from YouTube. I'm gonna pin the link in YouTube in the comment section, so that, you know what I mean, if the brother comes in, you know, and even already went through. It's like, oh, I don't see the link. It's right at the top there. So let me get that ready for you real quick. Oh, it's curious. Oh, curious indeed. Oh, peace, good brother. I got an email. I email you, good brother, in a second. Well, not in a second, obviously, but to connect and build. Peace and blessings indeed. So I pinned the link to the live chat. So if the brother T Mitchell is watching, because I will say that he said he wanted to speak to me man to man, and so I said, you know what? I was literally I'm at home with my little one. We binge watching. We just got done with Demon Slayer, so now we finna get to a new one, and you know, just the responsibility, it kept weighing on me, and I'm trying to watch the episodes, but then I'm listening in my ear and I'm hearing this stuff that is not aligned, and I said, all right, son. So, but matter of fact, I only got an hour because I made a deal with my son that I'm only gonna be on here till 9. So I'm gonna give I've been on here 6 minutes. It's 8:09. Let me give the good brother till 10 minutes, and then I'll just get started. But this discussion is important. Today it's going to be about some specific things. So if you feel like it's going over your head, I apologize. But I'm going to be talking about a specific group within the Moorish Science Temple of America, which is an organization that was founded by Noble Drew Ali. Was here. It was created to help teach so-called Black people, African Americans, so-called Negroes, about our creed or our way of life, our religion before it was taken from our ancestors. And he also created the other reason for the Moorish Science Temple of America was to make us better citizens of the United States of America. So I wanted to put that out as the foundation. But specifically, what I'm going to be talking about today is a group within the organization. And this group is responsible and has the duty to supervise all of the properties and the affairs of the organization. So anything that has to do with opening up a new temple, the financing and all the accounting for the different temples, the different branch temples, the rules and regulations, the membership, if someone's violated a rule, who's official, the reports, the administrative aspect, any aspect of this organization, the Supreme Grand Council has a hand in. So I just want to set that as the foundation for why I've been focused on this. And I've even created a whole playlist. We're going to put that on the screen just so you can, if anybody is wondering, well, I want to learn more about this Supreme Grand Council. Where could I learn more about that? Okay. Can y'all see that? Cool. So if you just look up, if you go to my page, IMHH Temple on the tube, or if you just search the Supreme Grand Council for the Moorish Science Temple of America playlist, it'll come right up. You can see it has, these are 2 old videos I found from 13 years ago of 2 leaders from the organization speaking on the importance of the Supreme Grand Council back then. But I found these videos after I started learning. And then you can see here, oh, well, you can't really see here, but let me zoom in. You can see there, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 5, well, I got to do some rearranging. 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 8 years ago, 1 year ago. Did my man show up yet? All right. You know, Let me get official. Shout out to my man Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, Fan First, Josh Johnson, Marcus Peters, everybody that's a part of that organization doing great things, great works for the community. Now let's get to business. Okay. Let's start off. Let's just walk you through the process. We're going to walk through the process. Okay. When did that start? 9:45. 9:45. Now, if the brother wants to show up at the, if he still wants to show up, it's all good. If the brother shows up, I'd love to bring him on. And I also invited and sent a message to the Moors in America, the brother that runs the Moors in America channel. Let's pull the video up here. Got the timestamp. Got it. Cool. Let me get that out the way so folks can see. Okay. So, boom. I'm watching this video. I see it come up. Get a notification like, oh man, okay, this is a new video, and apparently this dude is from the Bay Area. I said, well, let me listen. Let's take a listen, and we're gonna walk through it, and then I need my earphones. Anyways, I'm gonna let this intro play so that you can see who I'm speaking, or get an understanding of who I'm speaking about, and then we're gonna go through some timestamps, and then I'm gonna get to the issue regarding the Supreme Grand Council, and then we will build some more from there.
Islam Moors. Today we are speaking with our brother T. Mitchell L. Sheik and Grand Governor out of California, the Bay Area. This brother is doing a lot of great work. He's an educator. This brother is an amazing person. He's a great person, amazing personality, and a great leader. And it is my honor and pleasure to be speaking with him today and to share some of the great work or some of the great works that he is doing out there in the Bay Area, and also to answer some of the questions that some of you may have had about what to do, for the fellow Moors, for the fellow Asiatics out there in the West Coast. So we're going to go ahead and bring this brother on here today. Brother T. Mitchell L., how are you doing, brother?
Praise Allah, honors to his prophet.
Before he continues, I just want to highlight, he introduced him as the Grand Governor of California. Now, if you're not aware, Grand Governor is a title, an official title for a position within the Moorish Science Temple of America, the organization, not speaking of some like superior governor to the actual governor of California, but just within our organization, there is different titles. One is Grand Sheik. You have a Grand Governor. You have different, the same in any other religious organization, priest, minister, etc., etc. So that is a position. So I just wanted to highlight that. We're going to get more into it, but let me let him continue his intro.
We doing well, Mo. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Peace and love.
Islam, brother. Peace and love. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on here. This brother, T. Mitchell L., man, I can't brag on this brother enough, man. He has over 20 years experience as an educator in California schools. The brother's from the Bay Area, Richmond, California, which, brother, I've actually stayed out in that area for a little bit of time myself, man. The Bay is an amazing place. For those who've never been out there, man, the culture out there, you guys have a dynamic culture. It's amazing. This brother, as I said, man, he's been an educator for 2 decades, right? Certified tutor and supplemental instructor with the College Reading and Learning Association. This brother also went to San Francisco State University. He studied under a well-renowned scholar, Brother Theophile Obenga. This is one of the world's greatest scholars, based on the works of his 1974 United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Conference. And once again, just saying, this brother has continued his legacy of scholarship under Obenga's instruction and also began studying the dialogues of Plato. He's written several essays. He's actually put out a lot of work out there and also been published in the Imhotep magazine. That's a scholarly journal that promotes advanced scholarship. And so once again, it's just a pleasure to have this brother on here today. We want to pick his brains about just the educational system and how we can educate ourselves, our nation, and just see, you know, what expertise he could share with us. But also, we have some other things that we want to speak on as well. That's very important. So once again, just brother, it's my pleasure to have you on. And please tell us a little bit more about yourself, brother.
Gratitude, Mo, and I thank you for that powerful intro, man. I wish I could hire you as my publicist for that one, you know what I mean, man? But it's a beautiful thing. Well, that's my educational bio that you just read. Everything is pretty much outlined in that. Like you said, my name is Brother T. Mitchell L., born and raised in Richmond, California. Also lived in Los Angeles for a while. One of my main passions is teaching language arts and also mathematics, you know, because we have to always realize that the Moorish Science Temple of America is the everlasting temple that can be traced back to the temples of Saqqara and Heliopolis back in ancient Egypt. So at the end of the day, the Moorish Science Temple of America is the oldest school on earth. You know what I mean? Because everybody went to Kemet and studied and what the
And right there is when I had my stomach start. I said, what? The Moorish Science Temple of America is the oldest school on earth. That's incorrect, because the Moorish Science Temple of America is a religious organization that was created in the early 1900s. So it wasn't and couldn't be and isn't the oldest school on earth. And I don't want to nitpick, but when I heard that, I felt a little trouble. I said, we're gonna look past that. Let's keep going. So we're gonna keep going. I want to skip ahead because I heard a little more troubling situation. We're gonna come to it, but I'm just building right now. And if the brother shows up, please tell him, you know what I mean? Just let it be known we here. Let me continue.
Generation that they create out of that higher mind state, yes, they will be able to bring that into fruition. So, you know, it's of the utmost importance that we get out here and do this now. And even with this internet thing, that's a whole part of putting the boots on the ground because you can reach so many people. Just want to share something briefly. When way back in the day when I was in college, man, I was taking a class. It was astronomy class, and the brother that was teaching the class, he was an Asiatic man. He was a Hindu brother. He was from India, and when he was teaching the astronomy class, you know, all of the people like Copernicus and all of those people are, of course, of European descent. You know, like you were saying before, when we're taught, you know, from a Roman perspective, it's all Greeks and Romans, and so he made sure, you know, to say, well, yeah, Copernicus did this or Newton did this, but 500 or 700 or even 1,000 something years before that, and he's listing this Indian person's name who already cataloged all this stuff, and you know, and it was amazing. I was, you know, watching it like, wow, you know, that's cool, you know, and that's what we need to be able to do for ourselves, for our brothers and sisters, and you know, for our children, grandchildren, to be able to teach this from our perspective, so that they can get that pride and learning, and also that shifts the mindset, knowing it, you know, what your people have done, and letting you know what you can do, maybe even greater things. So, you know, yeah, I think that's of importance, man. We have to get that done.
Mo, like I say, you know, I'm many things, man, but the thing I'm most proud about myself is to be I've been called a master teacher and an educator. So let's talk about astronomy. And
I heard that and I said, oh no. Oh man, red flags going up. Red flags going up. This guy, now, I'm not even gonna cover it right now, but somewhere in the interview, he explains how this is his debut on the internet, and he doesn't do videos. I just want to be transparent. I never heard about this dude. For someone to be a grand governor of California and he says he's born and raised in the Bay Area, I've never heard about T. Mitchell L. teaching any classes, having any temple. But hey, I'm not all knowing. I just could be ignorant. But when I hear him, this is the first time I'm seeing him. And already he's saying the Moorish Science Temple of America is the oldest school in the world. And then he claims he's a master teacher. It's like, oh, here we go. Here we go. But we're going to continue. Let's listen up for a little bit more.
And let's talk about the oldest zodiac on the planet, which is called the Dendera zodiac, right? You're gonna find that in Dendera. And when you look at this Dendera zodiac, Mo, you're gonna see the whole what we look at called the zodiac sign, but it's all in meta nature as opposed to the symbols that we see today that are often in Greek. You know what I mean? And when we look at this Dendera zodiac, Mo, I had start reading it, and with the Dendera zodiac, I gotta start practicing because my meta nature is off a little bit. But with that Dendera zodiac, I could read the future, Mo. It's magic though, almost, you know what I mean? So I need more people because when the brother's studying by himself, he get lonely and bored. We need study groups and teams because we can teach people how to write the meta nature, and you can look in that Dendera zodiac and read the future, Mo, because time never was.
So he's a master teacher, and he can read meta nature, and he can read the future. And he's a grand governor. I didn't go looking for this. I don't understand why people keep playing games like this. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. 559. Yeah. This is when I was like, okay, we seriously got an issue. And I was, to be honest with you, before I continue, what bothered me so much is that it was hosted by this Moors in America dude. I'm like, I thought, honestly, I had higher expectations, or I had thought this brother had more integrity. So it just like really, I saw him as someone with integrity. So it was like, bro, how you? Anyways, let me finish getting to this so you can fully understand what I'm saying.
But they monetized and placed the value on themselves, came back and calculated that as a temple, and they did an assessment, and that's how many assets that particular temple was worth. Now, we don't really take nobody's assets. We don't want to hijack your money. We want everybody to do a self-appraisal on what your value is. You're worth, everybody in America is worth something to us, Mo. You know what I mean? So they can take that assessment and boom, and say that they're worth this amount of money, Mo. Islam, and then that temple and local temples with these voter registration pledge cards, we have assets. We have resources and collateral. We're not even looking at it. We don't even realize we are the collateral and money we've been looking for, Mo. And all these people looking for all these mysterious trust funds and accounts. Now, I know where some of that money is, but I'm not going to tell these snakes and scorpions, though. You know what I mean? Because they're going to hijack the movement and run off with like hyenas, like they do. You know what I mean? Because we
Another Moorish individual claiming to know about some trust with some money, and he knows about the trust, but he not gonna let everybody know because there's snakes and hyenas and grasshoppers. Let me finish. Let me play this last bit out, man.
We like lions, man. We roll in a pride, though. But then we get the food, and then the hyenas want to come hijack us and laugh in our face. You hear me? Yeah. So we ain't even with them kind of Moors like that, though. But we are for peace, love, and unity. And we do have strategies and plans on how to make it work. But what happens, Mo, few cats.
Peace, love, and unity. Just a question, a clarification. Did Noble Drew Ali ever say we're for peace, love, and unity? Maybe he did. I just, that phrase, I hadn't heard it. So just let me continue.
come in, they get a little bit of the game. I call them gang gobblers, man. You know, they get a little piece of the truth, run off and start their own thing and mess up the whole movement. And now that's why there's a lot of confusion, simply because Act One, that this dude thinks since he the Grand Sheik and the chairman or the Grand Sheik or that or both, that he's empowered to make law, enforce law, and he done made a bunch of goofy stuff that don't even coincide with the prophet.
Islam.
I can't roll with that guy. I can't roll with the guy that's quote chapter 47 talking about we from local temples, we can make our own customs and laws as long as we're under love, truth, peace, free, and justice, and we under our own vine and fig tree. I'm not with the guy that's trying to make his own customs and law in his little cubby hole in his own little state or wherever he at. I'm not with that, because we are home office rule. Of course,
He said he's not with people making up their own stuff. That's what he said. He's not with that. 101.20. We're going to keep playing. We got a little bit more to go. But I want you to remember that. Making up their own stuff, okay? I want you to remember that. Let's continue.
Every neighborhood, every state, everybody is a little different. We cool, but just stay in tune with the divine constitution, divine constitution bylaws, and deal with the home office rule. You know what I mean? Because we all have to realize that what Washington, D.C. is to the United States is what Chicago is to every Moor in the country. And we have to realize as Moors, everything is not going to go perfect, because when we look at the U.S. government, they have random governmental shutdown. I think they're going through a potential government shutdown right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so us as Moors, like right now, I'm gonna speak on our body mode because it's open in public. You know what I mean? Right now, we similar to the U.S. government. Whenever there's whenever there's a governmental shutdown, we got to deal with some internal affairs and get it back together. So that's what our body's pretty much going through right now, based on the folly of people trying to suspend the whole grand body. So I'm not gonna get into that, but you know, we have to see that wars are no different from any other government. So we don't have to feel sad or mad.
There it is. I had a bad feeling. My stomach started hurting when I heard him say he's a master teacher. Started comparing. Let me rewind now. Maybe you didn't hear it. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I heard it clearly. A gigantic red flag for me.
Going through right now, based on the folly of people trying to suspend the whole grand body. So I'm not going to get into that, but you know, we have to see that wars are no different from any other government. So we don't have to feel
Moors are no different than any other government. Moors are not a government. This should be really clear. It shouldn't be something that I have to explain. What's extremely troubling is how someone that can call himself a grand governor would say that.
sad or mad right now, Mo. We just have to know that we're marching on to perfection, but we are in a governmental shutdown trying to get our things back together. I had a Mo tell me the other day, oh, Mitchell L., I saw on the internet that y'all was shut down. Y'all ain't even got no temple no more. I heard that y'all wasn't even operating no more. I said, emphatically now, Cypher Mo, I said, man knows not by being told. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so that's what's going on, just for the world to know that our body is still up and functional. However, we're going through a process of internal affairs and restructuring, similar to what the U.S. government is doing right now with their potential governmental shutdown. And they done had a few of them in the last couple of years, though. So Moors, whenever you looking at our body right now, you know what I mean? Just know we like any other government in the world, and we do need time to get our.
No. No, man. So he doubled. He didn't just say it once and just try to move on. Double down. Again, tried to emphasize, try to make you believe, try to teach as a quote unquote master teacher, much like Taj, that Moors are a government, that we're just like the US government. And then he's speaking about also, I didn't say this at the beginning, but since we've been playing this, in the clip that I showed, the intro, did you hear him say which temple he's a part of, which Moorish Science Temple of America he's a part of, which branch, official, subordinate temple? Did you hear that? You can go watch the video for yourself. I listened to the whole hour and 30 minutes. I didn't hear him once say, I'm from temple number such and such. The Grand Sheik there is such and such. I was this many years in the temple. None of that. But he's an educator and a master teacher with over 20 years and a grand governor. But he's trying to teach people that Moors are government, just like the U.S. government. Not the organization. He didn't even try to make that claim like some people do. He didn't try to say the organization is like the U.S. government. He straight up said the Moors, general, I don't know which Moors, all Moors, but Moors are just like any other government. And that's nonsense, to be clear. To be calm myself down. If you hear someone identifying themselves as a Moorish American, a part of the Moorish Science Temple, teaching Moorish science, anything mentioning Moors, and they're talking about the Moors are the U.S. government, or the Moorish Science Temple is just like the U.S. government, or the Moors are like any other government around the world, please understand they don't know what they're talking about. Okay? And I don't mean, I'm doing my best not to be disrespectful because I don't know the brother. And I don't try to be disrespectful, but I do need to emphasize that that's complete nonsense. Okay? And we can't listen to that kind of stuff. I done forgot the part the last part I was gonna speed up to. I think it's 121. So I'm gonna have to jump around for a bit. Okay, let me get to this last clip, and then I'm gonna have a conversation, because the person that said he wanted to have a conversation with me man to man is not showing up here to discuss things man to man. But I just seen he sent me another email. But let me find the clip before I get to what I want to get to.
But I love all y'all. I don't like some of y'all, but I love y'all though. You feel me? Because y'all not my A alike, and we can't be alike because we don't see alike. So we're not like each other, but I love you. What I propose to do, Mo, you got all these Moors claiming to be the supreme grand sheik of their body. And you got all of these different bodies right now, right? So my thing is, let's have a summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks. If you got Supreme Grand Sheik in your name and you living around the country, all you got to do is come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks. It's probably 7 of y'all that I can think of right now. Y'all know who y'all are. All 7 of y'all need to come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks and form the Supreme Grand Council and bring all your members with you, and that will form the grand body. Islam, simple solution. Let's stop arguing, man.
Now I'm about to break down two pieces of that. I'm gonna rewind it again. I'm gonna let it play one more time so you can hear what he says. Okay? I want you to listen carefully to the words that this brother says, and then we're gonna break it down real carefully. And I want Moors, especially, I mean, this is for everybody, any American citizen, people that's watching and just interested in Moors, but specifically Moors, Moorish Americans, people that are doing their best to follow the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. This is another example why you cannot believe what people tell you. All right, don't just go off of what somebody says because they got a title like Grand Governor or Grand Sheik and they call themselves a master teacher. All of that's nonsense. Listen very carefully to what is being said, then go look it up for yourself. Do the research, verify if it's correct or it's incorrect for yourself. Let me play this one more time.
Islam, brother. Islam. That's definitely a grand idea. I'm definitely in support of that too as well. Let's move things forward.
Is it this one?
With a lie. There's a place to find a lie is in the heart. So listen to that still small voice and you're going to be all right. Just sit still. Some of these moles moving around too fast. But I just want to talk to the Moorish leaders out there right now, though. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to mention no names, but I love all y'all. I don't like some of y'all, but I love y'all, though. You feel me? Because y'all not my A alike and we can't be alike because we don't see alike. So we're not like each other, but I love you. What I propose to do, Mo, you got all these Moors claiming to be the supreme grand sheik of their body. And you got all of these different bodies right now, right? So my thing is, let's have a summit of the supreme grand sheiks. If you got some...
I'm going to stop it right there. Earlier, I highlighted how he said that he doesn't like to he doesn't follow, he don't get with people that like to try to do things their own way, try to create their own cultures and customs, right? But just then, the same interview, the same discussion, he says, what I propose is, my thing is, let's have a summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks. Now, this is for Moors, Moorish Americans specifically. Did Noble Drew Ali ever create a summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks? I want, bro. I think bro watches. So I want. I'm gonna ask you, Mitchell L. I know you watching, good brother. Did Noble Drew Ali ever create the summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks, or is that something you created, good brother? Moors, if you're watching, in the comment section, let it be known. Did Noble Drew Ali create the summit of the Supreme Grand Sheik? If he did, let me see the evidence to that. Let me see the documentation. But I've never seen him say anything like that. So where did that come from? This guy Mitchell L. This guy Mitchell L. that popped up out of nowhere seemingly. Ain't had a video before. I ain't seen him do nothing. I ain't seen his temple nowhere. In fact, he was talking about how people were getting at him saying his temple is canceled. His temple is inactive. I said, man, I didn't hear him mention what temple he was from. Did you? It might be connected. Might be something to do with this. I don't know. T. Mitchell, is this you? Is this y'all? Who knows? I would love to get some clarity, but the brother didn't show up. But let's get back to what the brother said because we almost there. Because he also meant first part, he completely made up this summit of the Supreme Grand Sheik. Just completely made it up. His thing, what he proposed, not what Noble Drew Ali proposed, not what Noble Drew Ali did. No, what T. Mitchell L. wants to do. But it gets deeper than that, okay? Let's see, hear it again. One second. Let me share this screen. 1 second. Then we're going to get to these emails.
Let's have a summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks. If you got Supreme Grand Sheik in your name and you living around the country, all you got to do is come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks. It's probably 7 of y'all that I can think of right now. Y'all know who y'all are. All 7 of y'all need to come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks and form the Supreme Grand Council and bring all your members with you, and that will form the grand body, Islam.
He said the Supreme Grand Sheiks are going to come together. It's about 7 of them. Okay. And those 7, let me rewind it. Let me hear it just again. Maybe I missed it. Let me listen carefully. Let me turn it up. Okay.
Supposed to do, Mo. You got all these Moors claiming to be the supreme grand sheik of their body. And you got all of these different bodies right now, right? So my thing is, let's have a summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks. If you got Supreme Grand Sheik in your name and you living around the country, all you got to do is come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks. It's probably 7 of y'all that I can think of right now. Y'all know who y'all are. All 7 of y'all need to come to the summit of Supreme Grand Sheiks and form the Supreme Grand Council and bring all your members with you, and that will form the grand body. Islam.
I missed that last part. And bring all of your members. And that will be the grand body. Okay, so we have the Supreme Grand Council. There's also this thing called the grand body. And he created what's called the Summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks, where he says the Supreme Grand Sheiks will come together and they will form the Supreme Grand Council. Okay? The Supreme Grand Sheiks, they will form the Supreme Grand Council, and then the Supreme Grand Council, and they will bring all of their members, and that will make the grand body. Now, once I heard this, I was done. I was like, man, this is nonsense, to put it respectfully. This is not true. It's incorrect. Incorrect. But why would a quote unquote grand governor be teaching it? Furthermore, why didn't what's the brother's name? Moors in America. Dang, what is the brother's name? I apologize, good brother. I don't want to. Lord, why didn't the host, push back and say, are you sure about that? Is that correct? Because the host has done videos about the Supreme Grand Council also. So the host should be aware. And if this dude called himself a grand governor, he especially should be aware of the proper procedures or the process for how the Supreme Grand Council is formed. And it's not by these 7 quote unquote grand sheiks, Supreme Grand Sheiks, coming together at this summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks and just making and forming a council. That's not how it goes. But I don't want you to believe me. And before I even provide the evidence for how it actually does operate, because we do want to get there, and it's 8:45, I can't be too much longer. I want to show you live in action, because I got frustrated with this, but I said, you know what? Let's take a step back, Rami. Now, you've been calling out Taj and some of these other people, but you don't know this brother T. Mitchell L. Maybe he's misinformed. Maybe he sincerely believes the things that he's saying, and no one has ever tried to correct him or push back at all, or asked him any questions to see if he's being sincere, or if he's intentional, or if it's just an honest mistake. And people constantly, well, why don't you ask them direct? Why don't you do it behind the scenes, Rami? Why you got to do it all in public, Rami? Okay. Now I'm going to show you why I do it in public. And I don't typically do this, but for this particular situation, because it's in the Bay Area, I said, no. We're gonna go about this. We're gonna show what's going on. All right. Excuse all them emails. Okay. Can y'all see that? Oh, let me get myself out the way. let me get myself out the way. I said he provided his email. This brother Mitchell L. provided his email. Okay, I said, well, you know what? Let me reach out to him behind the scenes. Let me be sincere and ask him directly behind the scenes. Maybe I can get some clarification. I'll read the email. Peace. I'm Rami. I was watching the discussion between you and Moors in America, and I heard you say some things that were quite troubling, especially with someone using the title Grand Governor. But because I've never seen any videos of you online or know about you or the temple you are a part of, I wanted to reach out directly and try to get some clarity on a few things. You said you were trying to make sure people get the right orientation with Moorish science. So please explain why you presented absolutely false information about the Supreme Grand Council for the Moorish Science Temple of America. Also, when and how did you become the Grand Governor of California? Lastly, is the temple you are a part of in Richmond Bay Area an official, legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America? If so, what is the address, hours, and website to the subordinate temple? I CC'd Moors in America because the discussion was on his channel, and I wanted both of you to be aware of the conversation. I hope to hear back from you soon, as I would really appreciate the clarity. Peace. Does that seem fair, y'all? Does that seem reasonable? Reached out to the man directly, asked some clear, direct questions. Seem very clear, right? Just want to get some clarity on some things. All right, let's get back to it. And the reason I'm showing this, we'll get to in a minute, but it's because the good brother didn't show up to speak. Here we go here. Mitchell L. responds, what is your number? Let's talk or meet in person. Okay. I say, before talking on the phone or meeting in person, can you please just answer the questions? Want to pause for a minute to explain some background. I've went through this about 150, maybe 200 times, where I'm asking to get some clarity from a temple or from this teacher or that organization. This is before I realized how many rogue organizations, but I would ask these questions and people wouldn't want to respond through the email. Oh, well, just call the temple. Oh, well, you just got to go talk to this person. Why do I have to call somebody to get this information? Why can't it just be clarified through an email? Matter of fact, why can't you just put it on the website so that everyone can know for themselves? Why is it this secret back door? Oh, you got to call this person and go to this person and talk to this person, and then we'll maybe let you. Why I got to be like that? That makes me think like you may be hiding something. You're not transparent. Why can't you just answer the question? Let me continue. And good brother, Mitchell L., if you're still watching, let's talk. Man to man, as you said. I'm going to show everyone else. Oh, shoot. Whoops, sorry about that. Well, actually, because he put his number out. Is this the same number? Yeah. Okay, so I don't have to trip. So this number that he put in the email is the same number that is in, I'll just show this just so you can see. This in the section. So you can contact Sheik T. Mitchell L. At the email, the number, if you want to get in contact and call him directly yourself. Personally, I did not, especially after hearing some of the things he said. And then he responded after I asked him, can he please just answer the questions? First, who are you? We not here for no games. Really? Who am I? Really? So you doing this more stuff in the Bay Area? And this guy around me never popped on your radar. Never heard of him. Okay. Don't know me from... Okay. No problem. I say, let me show you. Oops, got to pull it up on the screen. I'll get to the questions. One second, man. I'm just trying to finish this up. I respond. Now, you can see right here, this is 6:15. This is a couple hours ago because I just watched this video this afternoon. I say, please take a deep breath or two. Take a step back. Please reread the questions I have asked you. I'm asking you very specific, direct questions. I have not made any jokes or indicated that I was playing any sort of game. I've already stated that I would like to get to the answer. I would like to get answers to the questions before I speak to you on the phone or meet in person. I'm asking one last time. May you please answer the questions I asked you? Thank you. He responds, who are you? This is not the true way. This is not the way true Moors communicate. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom. We are for love, truth, peace, and freedom. And if all else fails, justice must then take its course. I am easy to talk to, yet you are making things difficult. Let's talk man to man. My thumbs hurt. I am not a texter nor internet goofy. Islamism. He then says, it seems your energy is the demonstration of key 7475. Nice to meet you, lower self. Rise up or stay 2 feet below. We are on the high road. We are for unity and no confusion. I say, okay, let's talk man to man, 8 p.m. Please make sure you show up. It is now 8:55. T. Mitchell L. didn't show up. I dropped the link here because I got to go in a second. But if he wanted to show up in the last couple of minutes, there it is again. If you want to discuss something, T. Mitchell L., I'm here. Wanted to talk man to man. Then he says, if you are in the Bay Area, we should have a face-to-face meeting. Oh, let me show you so you can see it. If you are in the Bay Area, we should have a face-to-face meeting in accordance with DCBL of the MSTA. I am not into artificial intelligence, and you live right up the street. Then he goes on to say, your conversation deals with internal Moorish affairs. This message is only from lip to ear. We are human, no technology. And I say, this is the last email message I will be sending you before the live discussion at 8 p.m. Since you insisted that we talk man to man, I'm expecting you to show up. And if you don't, it's cool. I get it. But please understand that I'll be showing these emails and talking about this discussion publicly. It's something I don't ever really do, but because of this particular situation, I feel I must. I'd rather have the discussion, though. So I hope to see you in a few. God bless. And then 22 minutes ago, my behavior is very strange. My energy does not reflect the spirit of Noble Drew or the Moorish Science Temple. My behavior is very antagonistic. The Moorish Science Temple of America is doing work the best we can, and your energy would be better spent in the community helping us than in cyberspace. I just want to highlight This was streamed March 30th, 2024. Today's date is March 31st, 2024. So the internet and having a discussion on the internet was fine yesterday, but it's not today. T. Mitchell, really? Really? To sum it up, unfortunately, if there are any Moorish Americans, especially in the Bay Area, California, Northern California, Berkeley, Richmond, Oakland, San Francisco, Vallejo, any of that area, I would avoid dealing with this T. Mitchell L. character. He's not a very sincere person, not a very honest, forthcoming person, and teaching things that Noble Drew Ali didn't teach. I suspect he's not an actual Grand Governor. I suspect he's not a part of a official Moorish Science Temple of America. It feels very much like, just like Taj Tariq Bey, this is another rogue Moorish individual scamming and scheming and being fraudulent, lying to the people to manipulate and exploit and get money from the people. This is what it feels like. If I could have talked to him man to man, maybe we could have got some clarity. But now to get to the Supreme Grand Council, because I do want to get to the solution. And then, and last thing, because I did try looking for, never mind, I don't even need to get to that. That is not even necessary. He defeated himself with a lack of sincerity. Okay. For the Moors, the Moorish Americans, just to make it crystal clear on why this person is why I feel this person is fraudulent, possibly scamming, definitely lying to the people, misleading the people, is because the things he said about the Supreme Grand Council is not what Noble Drew Ali said about the Supreme Grand Council. It was set up and designed a specific way. And as a leader, as a person with an official title, it's no way he should be speaking about something this important and not being clear on what he's taught, not being accurate, not being right and exact. But let me show you, because I don't just want to tell you. Let's see. Oh, let me pull this up. Oh man, we at 9 o'clock. I know my son finna come in here and be like, see that? See that? Can y'all see that? Cool. Supreme Grand Council. Here we go. What's up, man?
What time is it?
I know, man. I just told him you finna come in here, man. Give me 5 minutes, man.
No.
Just give me 5 minutes. Listen,
No, excuses.
Listen, man.
Excuses.
I know. Can I get an explanation?
Okay.
All right. I didn't start teaching until about 10 minutes because I tried to give dude 10 minutes. So, okay, I get my little 10-minute grace. Let me get 10 minutes, man. Let me finish up.
God gives you enough grace. I'm not God, am I?
No, you're not.
So I'm not giving you no grace.
No, but let me finish. Seriously.
Okay, but
I gotta finish. Hold on. Please, seriously, let me finish. Apologies. Let me get focused. Then I get to get back to being dad. We are talking about the correct way that the Supreme Grand Council is established. That's what I wanted to get to. Let's see. Here we go. Can y'all see that? Let me zoom in. There we go. Can y'all? Dang, let me zoom out just a little bit so we get it all on the screen. There you go. All right, you got to chill on all the rappers and stuff. Chill. I hear all that in the background. Okay, so this is coming from Moorish literature. This particular section is to make changes. And it says, because of certain incidents in some of the branch temples previous to the convention. Cam, come on, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Because of certain incidents in some of the branch temples previous to the convention, far-reaching changes for betterment of the administrative affairs of the organization will be announced at the convention by Prophet Noble Drew Ali and enforced by the Supreme Grand Council in future to the laws. So for context, the organization, the Moorish Science Temple of America, was having some issues. Okay, there's certain incidents. So for the betterment of the administrative affairs, Supreme Grand Council is coming into play. And it says, it is reported that the Prophet, Supreme Executive Authority, will appoint a Supreme Grand Council, of which he will be the Supreme Grand Chairman. The Supreme Grand Council will have power and duty to control and supervise all the affairs, properties of the Moorish Science Temple of America, be the sole judge, conduct injurious to the peace, interest, and welfare of the organization, at variance of this constitution and bylaws. Also, the rules and regulations made by the Prophet shall be the sole judge of the sufficiency of the evidence by which such conduct is shown. That is the Supreme. Oh, that wasn't even the part. That's describing it. But how do they put it together? Here we go. This is, oh, look at God. Look how God worked. You see at the top, look what that say at the top. To all governors. To all governors. So that means T. Mitchell L. got to know this, right? Right, team? Oh, we getting there, Orthodox War. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. Okay. Okay. Oh, praise the Lord. To all governors, grand sheiks, and head officials of the temple. So anybody that's claiming to be a grand sheik, an official head, a head official of a temple, or a grand governor like T. Mitchell L., people that's claiming that title, they should have this. It says during the convention period, Noble Drew, not during the summit of the Supreme Grand Sheik. It says during this convention period, Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that he was going to appoint 7 men tried and true, accepted by you. And on the very next day, Noble Drew Ali stepped forward from the chamber room and declared that he now had his number, and said that the grand body had accepted his choice in the setting of the Supreme Grand Council of the Moorish Science Temple of America. So just for context, the process for how the Supreme Grand Council is chosen, the Noble Drew Ali, the Supreme Chairman, the head of the organization, he appointed 7 people, okay, tried and true, accepted by you. And then the grand body has to confirm his choices. The supreme, the head of the organization, the top of the top, that lead person appoints, picks 7 people. And then of those 7 people, they have to be confirmed by the grand body. Who is the grand body? What represents the grand body? I'm glad you asked. It says, of the Supreme, and Prophet Noble Drew Ali also declared what their duties, there being the Supreme Grand Council, in conjunction with that of the grand body, which consists of all executive rulers, chief rulers and governor, all executive rulers, not all members. All members from all the temples don't make up the grand body. All executive rulers make up the grand body. And all executive rulers are supposed to confirm the choice that's made by the head person of the organization. Does that make sense? Are we clear? And the reason why I'm highlighting this, the reason why I'm emphasizing this, not only because this is the administrative aspect of the organization, but he specifically said that it was his proposal to create this whole new meeting called the Summit of the Supreme Grand Sheiks, that the Supreme Grand Sheiks from these different these different rogue temples, they're supposed to come together and they're supposed to be the Supreme Grand Council. And then the grand body is all the members. So he had it all wrong. All wrong. Completely wrong. And how could he have it that wrong and call himself the grand governor? That's incompetence. Or it's intentional. And you scamming. And you lying and misleading the people, trying to present yourself as if you're some sort of official, as if you know what you're talking about because you had 20 years at being an educator. For what schools? Do you have any certificates? What grades were you teaching? Let's get into the facts. Okay. I don't want to get. I can't get into too much more because I got to get back to being dad. But I hope that was clear. I hope that was clear. And T. Mitchell L., I know you're watching, and I'm gonna send this to you after, just in case you try to act like you didn't see it. But you're wrong, good brother. You're wrong, and you're misleading the people. And I believe you're being intentional about it. And for Moors in America, you wrong too, good brother. You wrong too. You trying to present this guy as if he's legitimate. Come on, man. Stop playing favorites. Stop trying to. I think it's really important that people stop trying to play games and mislead people in regards to this movement, because it's not a game, and it's not for some scam or some fraud or some come up to make money. So please stop doing it. Stop with the trust stuff and the packages and the right to travel and taking people's property. Stop with all the nonsense. All right? That goes for T. Mitchell L., Taj Street Bay, Sabir Bay, and any other ones. You know? Now I seen you ask me the question. My fault. I didn't mean to just ignore you, good brother. But to be honest, this made me irritated, and I wanted to focus and make sure I didn't lose my concentration. All right, here we go. Let me finish up. The question you said, can somebody ask Rami? I saw it, man. I'm trying to scroll back up. If you have time to answer, if you see this and have time to answer, it will be helpful. I see the questions. I didn't see the first one. Maybe it got blocked because YouTube will block certain comments, like if they have links or certain things. So, and Acts 6 said we're part and parcel of the government, Moorish American government through the Constitution. No, sir, no. All right, real quick, John Bourne, where did Noble Drew Ali say this? Where did Noble Drew Ali say we are a government? Let's just go with that. Let me catch up with this. Well, God is the truth. I would like to be. I don't want to. That'll get me too caught up about the Pan American Conference, but can email and discuss that. I just got to finish up and get back to me and Dad. There we go. Yeah, Orthodox Moor says Noble Drew Ali didn't say Moors are a government. He said Moorish American Muslims were part of the government, aka citizens of the USA. Come on now. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, good street Sufi, good brother. Oh, and see, I didn't even play that part of the clip because I wasn't trying to make it personal, But just something to note about the T. Mitchell L. dude, and you can watch the clip for yourself, or the whole discussion. He talks about how he got several friends. I don't say he got a lot of friends, but I believe he said he has some friends of his that are Masons. And a common thread that I keep seeing is with Taj and Sabir and a lot of these rogue Moorish organizations is that they have some sort of connection to, Masonic halls and Masonic lodges. And then that's when you get into all this secretive stuff. And Noble Drew Ali, that's not what this organization was about. This is not a Masonic society or organization or club or anything like that. John Bourne, you said, just to be clear, you said, John Bourne, that Noble Drew Ali said we are a government. Where did Noble Drew Ali say we are a government? Okay? Just present that. I don't want you to present your interpretation of what Noble Drew Ali said, and he said this, so it means that. No, I want you to show me where Noble Drew Ali said what you said he said. All right? And if he didn't, then stop saying that he said it. We have to be clear. Are we clear? Are we clear? And also, as I close up, that's why I hope you see now why I don't like talking to people on the phone about this stuff. Or, just talk to him behind the scenes, Rami. Why don't you talk to him face to face, Rami? It's because people are not honest. They're not sincere. And so I'd rather make sure we have discussions like these when it's about the organization and about getting clarity and fixing the problems. Let's do it in front of the people. So there can't be no, well, you said this and you said that, but don't nobody know. No. Let's talk about this in the public. John Bourne, where you at now, John Bourne? I'm waiting for the quote. I'm waiting for where you got it. Watch these dirty Moors, bro. Very wicked. Yes, you got to be careful. Yeah, he called himself a sheik and a grand governor and a master teacher. Ain't teaching. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't see. Law governs all events. You know it. All right. Yeah, there's no Moorish American government. There's no Moorish Maxim empire, nation, state, society, or whatever kind of stuff they want to make up with. It's like all of that is nonsense. Word, guys, the truth. Yeah, see, and to be clear, let me actually clarify, because that may have been taken wrong. I don't have an issue with Masons or Masonic groups or whatever. I don't say whatever, but I don't have a problem with Masons, Freemasons, or Masonic organizations, just in general, speaking generally. The problem I have is with these individuals, typically rogue Moorish individuals or rogue Moorish groups who are taking some of the information in Noble Drew Ali taught and mixing it in and putting in these Masonic practices and kind of teachings and mixing it together and making it seem like this is what Noble Drew Ali taught, or that Moors are supposed to also be Masons, because that's not what Noble Drew Ali said. If that's what those people feel, in their personal opinion, that's cool. But the problem lies when they start mixing the two. Because Noble Drew Ali, this wasn't a secret organization. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. But I don't see what was the brother John Bourne? Any relation to Jason Bourne? Boom boom. Yeah, I don't see my man right, yeah. Hey, that's a pardon me, that's a great way to close it out. All groups have their rogues and their idiots. I don't really like to call people idiots, but I feel what you're saying. And all groups definitely have their rogue individuals that go off and try to do their own thing. And so, to the Moors out there, you feel like, oh my God, it's always something. Yeah, I mean, that's life. You know what I mean? You got some people that are going to try to take advantage of those that don't know any better or naive. We just have to be diligent. We just have to be diligent in what we teach and what we do, and make sure, like it says in the chapter on justice. See, I used to go like flip to it, boom, 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 right there on you. But getting a little old. I ain't studied as much. Hold on one second. I'm trying to find that chapter because it's something important I wanted to highlight. Justice. The peace of society dependeth on justice. Mm-hmm. 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 Be faithful to thy trust, and deceive not the man who relieth upon thee. Be assured, it is less evil in the sight of Allah to steal than to betray. Oppress not the poor, and defraud not his hire, the laboring man. When thou sellest for gain, hear the whispering of conscience, and be satisfied with moderation. Nor from the ignorance of the buyer make any advantage, or take any advantage. Pay the debts which thou owe, for who he gave thee credit relieth upon thy honor. And to withhold from him his due is both mean and unjust. And finally, O son of society, examine thy heart, call remembrance to thy aid, and if in any of these things thou hast transgressed, make a speedy reparation to the utmost of thy power. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Message to the good brother T. Mitchell. If you're sincere, good brother, if you're really about these teachings and uplifting fallen humanity and following Noble Drew Ali, then I hope you make a speedy reparations. I hope you correct your errors that you put out there. You can go back on the Moors in America. Since you didn't want to talk to me man to man, talk to that good brother and make the correction on there. Make sure you make it clear, and stop misleading people. Please stop falsely using these lessons. All right. Moors in America, I hope you do better as well. Make some clarifications. Make some corrections. It's all right if we make mistakes. Okay? To Moors in the Bay Area. To Moors in the Bay. Yeah. 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 Oh, wait. You had asked me. Dang. It was one other question that you had said. Dang, you had just said it, I thought. Hold on one second. I said that I was going to get to it. Dang, how did I just lose it just that quick? I done forgot what I was going to speak on. Oh well. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, I lost it. Means I'm tired. It's time for me to get up off here. My son about to get on my head. You said you was only gonna be an hour, Dad, and it's been an hour, blah blah blah. I know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Got it. For the Moors, it's in the Bay Area. All right, California, that is Northern California. We're talking Oakland, Richmond, Berkeley, San Pablo, San Leandro, Albany, El Cerrito, all up in there. Any of them cities. You know, I'm gonna start a study group. We're gonna start a weekly study group to build up to opening the temple out here, you know, and we're going to be studying the structure of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the history of the Moorish Science Temple of America to get the proper context, studying exactly what Noble Drew Ali said. We're going to go nice and slow. We're going to take our time. We're going to break it down, make sure we all have an understanding. We clear, we good. Okay, now let's move forward. All right. And we're going to build from there. And, you know, the study groups, my hope is that all, or if not all, at least a portion will be streamed live so that folks can join in on the build and learn as well. And I can guarantee you there will be no more sovereign citizen talk whatsoever. So if you want to come on down, you want to join the temple, please understand. If you bring in that Taj Tariq Bey, if you bring in that right to travel talk, if you get to talking about, I got the trust Moors, if you get to doing that, man, I'm gonna say, hey, you know, this isn't the organization, the space for you. You're happy to create your own thing. Go create your own thing. We are gonna follow what Noble Drew Ali said, what Noble Drew Ali created, and what Noble Drew Ali envisioned for this organization. Not what Taj, not what T. Mitchell L. wanted to do, not what I want to do. You know what I mean? We got to know your role, play your position. Know your role, play your position. All right. Much love. Dang. I done messed up. Hold on 1 second. I was for sure supposed to. Well, I mean, it's over now. I'm gonna get that right on the next one. But well, actually, I can close out. I can close out with it. I was supposed to read the warning to be read at all meetings. That's what I told myself I was going to read first before I got started, and completely just jumped right into it. But this is something that Noble Drew Ali had. And I think I'm going to have to start doing this just because I'm seeing one time for the 415, Filmo. You know what I mean? One time for the Filmo. I'm down at Presidio. You know? Yeah. I said, you know what? And that's why I said, let me actually go ahead and do it anyway, because I got to set a good example. So if y'all see me before I finish, if y'all see me start a live, even if you ain't come in on the live at the beginning and you just jump in, be like, yo, Rami, did you hit that divine warning at the beginning? Just hit that in the chat. Even if you just 2 minutes in, yo, Rami, just want to see you read at the beginning. If not, get that at the end, bro. You know what I mean? Hold me accountable if I slip up on it. Oh, good idea. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I got a little hype. Let me finish. My son gonna be mad at me, bro. it should be read at the end, not the beginning. Beginning. Let me read first. Let me read. Prophet warns all Muslims. Governors ordered to read. Oh, snap. What in the doohickey? I just peeped that. It says, did y'all peep that? It says, Prophet warns all Muslims. Governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. Guess who called himself a grand governor? Guess who called himself a grand governor? The good brother T. Mitchell Hill. Did that brother read? Let me go ahead and read it. Maybe he just forgot today. We'll get it for him today. Don't you trip, T. Mitchell Hill. Good brother. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical, agitating speeches while at work or in the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member who, or group of members who, hold malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive the reward from Allah for their unjust deed. 3 different things. If you hold malicious feelings towards the temple, the prophet, or violate the divine covenant. Let me continue. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out divine pleas to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Praise God, praise God. And all right. And so on that, I think we're going to close out for today. I feel like this has been productive. And yeah, the next time, just to follow up, gonna be doing the study group public. I'm leaning towards, most likely, I gotta check the hours for the weekend because I'm leaning towards having the study group on the weekend so more people can attend or make it there, and having the study group session at a library. Closing prayer as well, although I'm kind of on the fence with that because right now it's not the official temple thing, so I try to I try to put some jewels in there but not having too much of the religion, you know what I mean? So, but yes, that's definitely on the list. All of those things, we're gonna get this thing happening, you know what I mean? But I am going to pray tonight with my son. For those of you who are Muslims or religious, I humbly urge you to pray. Just tap in with God, whatever prayer, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Make some communication. Tell God thanks for the day. You know what I mean? Hope you wake us up for tomorrow. All right, and that's it. I got to go. But we'll talk again soon. Much love to you and yours. Love is the key. Love is the way. Study Noble Drew Ali. Don't be falsely using these lessons, good brother and good sister. And let's have a great day. All right. Peace and love.